have another intangible concept that we can use as we are reworking our 1L year, and even when we go back to law school, and how we can be in the moment versus thinking about the grand goal of achieving, passing 1L exams. And I believe this is something where I didn't take stock of, wasn't aware of, didn't really notice. But as I've been in deep introspection, reflection, and just noticing and watching competitive performance events and just human nature, period, I'm going to introduce to you the power of momentum and how it matters, not only in our personal lives, but I believe in our academic lives as well. Momentum is the strength or force that allows something to continue or grow faster as time goes on, time passes on. So think about it as an avalanche. It builds on itself, it stacks up, and just it grows faster. It's more bigger. I see this in a sense in our academic lives where let's think about momentum as a direction. And that's why I say direction is more important than location. No matter where we are, it's about a direction that serves us. And as that direction serves us, we grow, we get better. And momentum, on the flip side, can be a direction that doesn't serve us, that we're not aware of behaviors and ways that don't serve us. It can take us down the pitfall roads, and sometimes it can lead us down to where we are right now. This is something that I wasn't aware of, that I wasn't aware of how this direction I was going, that it carried this momentum that wasn't serving me, a past study approaches, behaviors, ways of approaching things, that it was gaining momentum to the point where I got to the 1L exams, ate alive. But we can generate momentum. And what I'm saying about momentum as far as academic momentum is how we are learning, how we are improving week to week, bi-weekly, monthly, from concept to concept, in class, outside of class, and our practice and our system, and even managing our schedule and even executing our schedule, keeping the promises to ourselves. And I believe with momentum in life, or just with academics, is generating small wins. So performing, executing on our schedule on a day-to-day basis is a small win that stacks on top of each other. And that is momentum. And we can think about practicing our legal analysis, the concepts from week to week, month to month, however we schedule it out. And even in our legal writing, that is something that's new to us. It's a new skill, new learning style, way of thinking that we had to generate and gain this momentum in it in a direction that serves us. And sometimes this momentum stops, but is how can we regain it, just stop and gain more momentum. So sometimes momentum can stop, but we have a responsibility. We are required to keep it going, or if it does stop, how can we push it forward in a new way, in a new rhythm to say. So like studying and just life, it has a rhythm to it. It has a cadence, it has a pace. Law school has a pace. It's fast paced, and for me, I didn't keep up with the pace. So that's how I got ate alive at the end. For both semesters, actually, I wasn't keeping up with that pace. And with that pace is momentum. So we can measure our momentum of, are we going in this direction that is serving us, the way we're learning, the way we are retaining it, the way we are absorbing the information? Is it really deeply? Can we write it out? Can we analyze it with hypotheticals? Can we gain momentum in learning and stacking on top of each other throughout the semester, throughout the week, the month? Measuring that versus measuring we want to get an A on an exam or worrying about the exams. It's like, no, what are we doing each week? And I wasn't measuring this. I was just, seems like I'm just kind of just going through the motions and just kind of just doing the work, but not really deeply seeing the power of momentum and seeing that, little did I know, I was going in this direction, this momentum direction that wasn't serving me. So I believe being in the moment and measuring momentum of how we're learning, how we are progressing, and if it's not working, how can we rapidly assess that, evaluate that, and turn that around? Because it's all about the speed. We can't go down this direction that doesn't serve us. We got to have that awareness and know that, okay, self-regulation, self-evaluation, self-awareness, we got to have it on a higher level. As law students, as lawyers, we're all about speed. Speed of decision making and speed of changing directions. And changing directions where we can build our momentum in a way that magnifies. So momentum magnifies everything to its full capacity. It's that invisible force that can make something good turn into great. Great turn into extraordinary. So we start off as good during our 1L year in August, then we build it up to great. And the things that we continue to do, the strategies, execution, then we get great towards the middle and towards the middle of the end. And then once we get to our 1L exam, we've been learning, we've been adjusting, we've been maneuvering all throughout the semester. So when it comes game time of our 1L exams, there is no fear, there is no doubt. We've been training hard. We've been doing everything that is required of us throughout the semester. There was no taking off, slacking off, or just going through the motions. It's like we had that strategy, we had that plan throughout, and we executed. I even look at momentum in competitive sports where a team can kind of start out slow and they can just pick up momentum throughout the season. And even in the playoffs, the New England Patriots, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I'm not a Patriots fan at all. But somehow they end up in the Super Bowl almost every year throughout this 2000 era because they kind of picked up of how to gain this momentum in the end of the season in December in the playoffs. Teams kind of write them off. Media kind of writes them off in the beginning. But it's that momentum. So sometimes you don't even have to be the best team, the best fighter, but you can have momentum in the game and beat that other team, that other fighter. You get hot. It's just, things are just flowing. Things are just grooving. Things are just clicking. So that's the same way we had to look at our academic life. We got to look at our academic study approaches, habits, performance, generating that momentum that it grows stronger, it grows faster as time passes on, and that we can keep it going. And it's kind of like a fire that you have to keep going. Like you get the fire started, the spark started, but you got to keep filling it with wood and gasoline. That's how we have to be in our 1L academic year. And even now, as we're in this 1L academic dismissal period, small wins day by day. Stop worrying about the big wins. Day by day, improving. We got to be addicted, obsessed to improving the small wins. Even with these videos, this law student encourager concept, I'm telling you, I did not start off like this. I came up with this idea last summer 2018, and when it was fall 2018, I was still just kind of like all over the place, wasn't really sure about it. I started the video and it was like, I don't know how I was going to deliver it, what I was going to say. I didn't have no idea until I just continued to stick with it, think about it, going from within myself, not worrying about my location and where I was, but just hours of just discipline and focus and just consistently just locking in on it, that I gained this momentum. When it came 2019, January, February, now I'm just popping videos out, flowing. You see some of my videos, I had the same thing on. That means that I've done a video back to back to back. Sometimes I can't even do one video without stopping it. And then I was like, oh, dang. So I got more flow, more groove. Now I'm in a momentum now. January, February, March is March now. I'm in a flow. I'm in a momentum like no other. So I didn't have this skill starting off. I didn't know what this was going to be like starting off. But I got momentum. Now I'm improving. Now I'm in the flow. And I'm only getting started. I'm only getting warmed up. That I see myself improving. I see myself getting better. I see myself progressing. That's what allows me to keep doing them and to think about creative ways and ideas and concepts to keep delivering to you. Same thing with law school and our 1L year. It's a new concept. Everything is new. But we got to get that momentum. We got to measure that momentum. And even in this 1L academic dismissal period, as you are reworking your 1L year, finding out ways you can gain momentum in your schedule and the way you can approach it and study it and all the different ways of creating what tangible proof you can give to law school to show that you are a greater version, an ultimate version of yourselves. Of yourself, I should say, ourselves, me and you. But momentum is so powerful. So let's not underestimate the power of momentum. And let's find ways to sustain it. That the mega stars, entrepreneurs, teams, your Warren Buffetts, your Elon Musk, your Mark Cubans, they've found ways to sustain their momentum over time, over decades. And that's who we want to be when it comes to our 1L, 2L, 3L year. We don't want to be some-timers. We want to be all-timers. We want to be on all the time. And even when we may be off, how can we rapidly assess that, change directions, and get ourselves to a direction that serves us? Momentum matters in this moment and as we go back to law school, week by week, month by month, gaining, keeping it going to where we just come unstoppable. Like an army of avalanches. You can't stop no avalanche from coming. You can stop it, but you're going to get ran over. Freight train, you're going to get ran over. So I see us like a avalanche that we're just going to just keep rolling and things are just going to fall into place. I'm doing these videos. It just, as I just kept getting small wins, kept doing it, everything's just starting to fall into place now. So as you keep going, don't think about, oh, it's not possible, and I don't know if I'm, law school is that. If you keep going, I'm a testament of this. Keep going. You'll gain this momentum. You'll find that you'll tap into some greater reserves, strengths, power, creativity that you thought you never had. But you got to keep going. You got to keep moving, thinking, strategizing. You will find it. I promise you. So keep it rolling. They can't stop us, baby. We're coming. You know it. Yeah.